There was an article yesterday on Breitbart News talking about how Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Microsoft, I don't know why Microsoft was siding with the European Union to counter hate speech and replaced it with, how did they call it? I don't have the article in front of my eyes. It was with counter narratives instead of hate speech. First, I have a question. Words are getting new definition every day. Racism, first it was about race, now it's about who is more oppressed than who. So who have the right to be a racist? It's basically who have the right to be a racist or not, because black people can be racist because we are oppressed. A woman can be sexist because they are oppressed. All those words, Islamophobia, everything, all those words are getting new definition. So my question is, who is in charge of telling what hate speech is? Because there was the European Union released some kind of rules about what hate speech is. But it was just 4 pages without any details. If you want to describe what hate speech is, you can do it with a 4-page document. It's not possible. Hate speech can be anything and everything, because hate speech is what is subjective. For example, I am from an ethnic group that is, well, it's not really liked in Cameroon. So it's true that, well, I get a little miffed when I hear people always bashing us. But I don't even consider it hate speech. But someone who wear his feeling or her feelings on her sleeve will say this is hate speech. Censor those men. But he have freedom of speech. If you want to say some slurs about the Bamileke, he can. Because this is free speech. So what is hate speech? Hate speech is so subjective. And unless you have infinite wisdom, unless the European Union and Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, oh yes, I forgot YouTube and Microsoft have people with infinite wisdom, it's then, yes, police the internet. But right now, I don't know anybody who have that. So, what is hate speech? Who is in charge of defining what hate speech is? Because people will get censored, banned, their YouTube account channel taken down, like Twitter, their Facebook page banned, because they will receive a mail about how what they said was hate speech. But going in the rules, they won't find what was hate speech in what they were saying. And the moderators would say, oh, it's the details. Where are those details? It's always the details that get account, channel, and everything shut down. Where are those details? Where are those little asterisks that we see on contracts? This is the kind of paper Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Microsoft, and the European nation will have to release. Second question. Counter narratives written by who? The government? If this is it, I'm sorry, but this is propaganda. We have counter-narrative here in Cameroon every day in the papers, and this is just propaganda. If we just read the paper here, we will all say that our president is the most wonderful president on earth. But look at the state of the country. So basically, counter-narratives will be propaganda. And it's funny because it comes when the European Union is getting a lot of hate because they can't handle the Muslim in their country. They can't handle how Islam is getting more and more ground in their country. They can't handle the immigrant crisis. They can't handle the accidents, the crimes which came with those immigrants. I'm not, like always, I'm not saying all immigrants, but let's face it, crime rates, sexual assault rates, all of those rates going up. It's not just like that. It just don't happen after 1 year just because, I don't know, people decided that they were going to rape more than, I don't know, a decade ago. It didn't happen suddenly. There are causes and there are consequences. And yeah, censor the internet. This is wrong. This is really wrong. Without the internet, I wouldn't even be able to get some real news from what it's happening even in my country or in the world in general. So the internet is going, the European internet is going to be the Chinese internet, where people where the government they control the internet. They have their own Facebook, they have their own Twitter, they have their own YouTube. I don't think they have their own YouTube, but they do have their own Facebook, controlled by the government, of course. And the funny thing is, people have seen it coming. This is not even a surprise, but this is something that we didn't want to think about, because it seems so authoritarian. And all those countries, Western countries, live in a democracy. This is something that I would expect from dictatorship in Africa, in the Middle East, in Russia, even. But this coming from the Western world, the European Union, where people, atheist, Christian, I don't know, women who are gay people, flee their country because they are persecuted in their country. They flee to the European Union, in France, in Belgium, in Germany, in the UK, in Sweden. But now they will flee to another authoritarian country. Well, what is hate speech? What the fuck is hate speech? And where is my free speech? Have a nice day, people. Subscribe, like, share, and have a nice day. I'm going to work. Bye, choose. Au revoir.